So the question is, what is the significance of going home for the holidays? And for me, the answer to that question has really changed over the years. Of course, when I was young, as a young child, being home for the holidays was something that was very safe, very cozy, very familiar. I know that's not true for everybody, and I feel very grateful that that was true for me. But one of my earliest memories was having the Christmas tree every year, a live tree, and we would have friends over and actually decorate it together. My parents would give each of us an ornament every year. And as a young child, I can remember seeing the lights of that Christmas tree in the morning when I would come down after waking up. And it just felt very familiar and very beautiful, even in the eyes of a young child. Even after we were married, we moved overseas and lived in Taiwan for 4 years. So we were not able to travel home to be with my family in Kansas, but we made a home where we were, and I realized that the tradition that was important to me was just feeling safe, knowing that I was loved, and even though it was just my husband and I and then our baby, we had the tree, we put it up, we gave ornaments to each other, and we continued that tradition. So then when we moved back to the States and had more children and were able to gather around, the traditions continued. And beside the tree was a piano, and my mother would play the piano, and we would all gather around and sing carols. We would sing Handel's Messiah. Year after year, those traditions were very familiar and always very predictable. They were always the same. Again, though, that changed when my mother passed away, and now Christmas was a different feeling. We still had the piano, and we still sang, we still had the tree. So marking those traditions and honoring them, I feel like that was a way that we could come together as a family and find peace. I always remember when Luke came home from college, one of the first times, or the first breaks, was around the holidays. And when he walked in the house, he said, "Oh, that smell." And I said, "What?" He said, "You've lit that candle. That's the same candle that you always light around Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it just smells so good. It smells like home." And that was really meaningful to me because his memory of home was something that I was able to honor by lighting that candle. And I still enjoy doing that. How does that bring peace? Or what is the significance of peace, and how do I find peace? As I thought about that, I realized that there's a lot about peace that requires action on my part, that I have to seek peace, that I can't just find it without looking for it, that there is nothing about peace that is passive. And I think after the pandemic year, beyond that, the year of my daughter having a cancer diagnosis and surgeries, I would not say I was able to feel peace. I had to intentionally seek it. I had to look for it. I had to find it. And actually, it's interesting how this season comes around, and when I decorate the tree, I have an ornament that I've had for 5 or 6 years that has the word peace on it. It's one of my favorites. I actually keep it up year round and just enjoy that comfortable reminder that peace is something that is not passive. It's something that I have to seek and I have to find it. And I just appreciate that reminder beyond the holiday that peace is not only something we find when we look for it at the holidays, but truly something that we should want to seek, or that I want to seek throughout the year.